Today, we are flying from Hong Kong to Narita in Cathay Pacific Business Class. The Cathay Lounge in Hong Kong is the most luxurious airport lounge in the world. Of course, we stopped at two lounges and had a delicious meal before boarding. The night view of Hong Kong was beautiful. The in-flight meal was superb, and the flight began with the happiest. At that time, however, Narita Airport was being damaged by a typhoon. This is the disaster that left the most damaged in 2019. Anyway, today's adventure begins at the Hong Kong International Airport. Let's go! Hello everyone, I'm Toby Chan, and this is my sweet loving husband, Mr. G. We are at Hong Kong International Airport. Today, or actually tomorrow, I will be returning to Narita on a flight, departing at midnight. Of course, as you can probably tell from the airport where I'm now, I'll be flying home in Cathay Pacific Business Class. Since the flight departs at midnight, I will first go to Cathay Pacific First Class Lounge, which is famous for its super luxury, and have some Dan Dan noodles. Actually, it's only 4:30 p.m. right now. The First Class Lounge has private rooms where I can sleep. Just sleeping is boring. So I think I will spend some time live streaming from the private room. I have already obtained my boarding pass at the check-in kiosk. I will go through passport control and head to the lounge. I ordered a soft drink and my husband ordered a Hong Kong beer. This beer has a very fruity taste and was delicious.
本当これ美味しい。
Now let's get started with the Cathay Lounge's specialty Dan Dan noodles. Wow, look at this super thick Dan Dan noodles. This looks very tasty and the shrimp wontons are very elastic. I thought the Dan Dan noodles at Haneda Airport Cathay Lounge were the best. But the ones at the Wing Business Class Lounge are also very tasty. Because it is so thick, it can be called soupless Dan Dan noodles. We just finished our live stream from the cabana in the Wing First Class Lounge. Thanks to all who watched. I'm now at the Pier First Class Lounge dining. I'm interested in Hong Kong style milk tea, so I'll order it. My husband ordered a Cathay original beer called Betty, which is now only offered here.
いただきます。うまいうまい。
紅茶が濃い。
I was not very hungry.But I wanted to compare it to Dan Dan noodles at the Wing. So I ordered Dan Dan noodles at the Pier as well. This is the Pier's Dan Dan noodles. The soup is a little light. This is the Wing's. So thick. Which do you prefer?
甘みが広がるね。このね、香りの甘みっていうかが。
うまそう。ビールに合う。
It is now 1 a.m. Japan time and midnight Hong Kong time. But I did enjoy the Cathay Lounge, so I'm happy with the result. I would like to get some air though. Anyway, the Cathay Lounge in Hong Kong is the best in the world, both in business class and first class. Come by and experience it for yourself. Seat arrangement is 222 reclining seat. The legroom is very spacious and relaxing.
It's the cranberry juice with the plum juice.
I had cranberry juice as a welcome drink, and hand towels were handed out. This juice is so good. This is a welcome drink not found in Narita departures. It also contains roses, so it can be enjoyed by the eyes. Truly luxurious. The seats are reclining seats for short-haul routes. However, the width is very wide, giving you your own space. There is no elbow of the person next to you coming in. I always carry a ballpoint pen to write a document required for entry into Japan. The lights in the cabin were turned off, and as the takeoff time gradually approached, I felt a sense of excitement. The advantage of night flight is the beautiful night view of the airport.
Hong Kong は夜景が綺麗。
Berries and ginger syrup appetizers, cranberry cake, and bread are common to both the Chinese and Western menus. The cutlery set thankfully also include chopsticks. The berry salad was delicious with the fresh ginger flavor, and the strawberries were huge. Both Western and Chinese food were delicious and very well seasoned with rice. I was so full that I skipped the sweets. My husband, who has a sweet tooth, said the cranberry sauce was very tart and delicious. The flight between Hong Kong and Narita takes about 4 hours. The flight has just passed over Taiwan and will soon be over Japan. The day before this, a big typhoon hit Narita. You can see from above that it is almost flooded. The airport was also shrouded in fog, and a pond had formed by the runway.
ですね、何の列なのかなと思ったらバスの列でした。でバスのカウンターに行ってみたんですけども、やっぱり運休という紙がまだ貼られてましたね。でおそらくもうそろそろ出るようなバスも増えてきてるんじゃないのかなと思いますけれども、やっぱりまだまだかなっていう感じです。
The entire airport was filled with people who couldn't catch a flight yesterday or go home yesterday. Looking around, I saw many people sleeping in sleeping bags provided by the airport, and others sleeping on cardboard boxes because they couldn't even get sleeping bags. Trains are also cancelled, so we can't go home either. But it is still better now that restaurants are open. Japan is a country of disasters, so we have to accept the situation. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up.